Welcome back everybody into another daily recap. Today is the last day of the month, is the 30th of November, as you can see, and we're going to do our usual analysis on gold and Bitcoin. As usual, not a news. So as you can see here, this was the morning analysis. I was looking for reactions at 57 or around 56 for price to bounce up or to get rejected, or a bounce from 55.1 for another bounce. As you can see, what happened from this candle was directly move upward, and this is actually just until the New York session, because I saw this price action, so we are going to skip it for the candle replay, and we're going to see now on after this bullish action, we're going to see and have a look at the what happens to the price action afterwards. So as you can see, and also I highlighted a break and retest above this level was or here was this break and retest, I think. No, because I put it in my trade setups, but not in the I think, let me just check, because it was a break and retest above this level. I think it was here. Let me check. To bring New York. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, because I think this one was the one of the was the definitely was this one. Yeah, was this one. With the break and retest of this PSA after the confirmation of the bullish price action. So as you can see, we got the trade and we see a double top being created at another PSA 58,500 400. As you can see, stopping these very aggressive bullish candles. So we're going to see if there's going to be a shift in the market structure. So far we are starting to see that the price broke below 58 flat and retested, but of course this is not I don't like trading counter trend, so I will look for further confirmation, especially below this level, for entering sells. Okay, so far as you can see, we are continuing into a bullish bias. So if the price continues, then we can look for buys above these levels. Okay, so far looks nice candle. If we have a retest, would be perfect. Not really and easy to enter on these candles, so unless we get a nicer cleanup, a nicer setup, I would consider. Probably if we enter live here, let's see if we have this candle setup. If we enter live, the point is that we are using this PSA, but we are high risk against the PPL. So I'm not really 100% sure that this is a nice idea. As you can see, better to wait a retest of the key level of the PPL. But so far looks like we are getting rejected. Okay, some ranging price action. Okay, here didn't get a nice retest with the candle setup before flying like 45 pips in a few minutes. So there was no real entry. Only thing you can enter is if you have like a buy stop above this candle, BTC long. As you can see, you are too high from the PPL to consider entry, in my opinion. So I would say is that if you have a buy stop above this candle to take advantage of the impulsive, when you see this candle bullish, keep making a bullish trend, higher lows, you are feeling that the momentum is, if it goes up, it will move up. But for my setup, no entry. We reach 59k, we go slightly above, nice retest, but now these candles are way too high. No retest here. Let's see, this one could have been a nice entry. No, we are too high from the PPL. Okay, strong rejection, very strong rejection. This might be also a sort of pin bar. I don't like that fact that we are still overall in this bullish trend, and this also there was a pin bar right before it. So let me just here, very strong confirmation, closing below. Let's see if we have some sort of retest, especially at the PPL. Very impulsive, not the cleanest candle close below the PPL, reacting at this previous PSA. Let's see if we break below. Okay, are we good to enter here, or we still this would be a too high? I mean, if you consider this as a PSA, not the PPL, we might take into consideration very high risk. We have just a very few small break and retests in a couple of candles. So yeah, we can even have a better retest of the PSA. Okay. This would have been dark 3 minutes to take profit. Very nice, very nice. So yeah, the retest was good enough and the momentum was strong. So the trade idea was very valid, and we are now reacting at 57 flat, and we are continuation down. But now the candles are way too big to enter. I mean, where do you enter here? Where do you enter? This is 25 pips candles, so there is no entry for me unless you really enter. But this is, for me, is now is a guessing game. If you enter here and this candle close, what do you know about the price? Is this a candle showing you? If it was like this one, possibly you should have entered here. I didn't see it. But the candle close. But yeah, you should have needed way bigger stop loss here. It's not the candle setup that you want. I mean, it goes to TP in 5 minutes, but could have gone easily the other way around. So where are we now? We're correcting in a few minutes. In 40 minutes, we corrected for hours of price, and we're still going down. But no real entry. apart from this one. Of course, if you let it run, this would be 140 pips, but as a scalpers, it's more than enough. Okay, very aggressive bullish candle. Yeah, not really liking it. Okay. Okay, no break, no retest yet. Let's see if we have a retest. No. Do we have any? No retest. Let's see if we have a retest now. These are all candles very, very straight, impulsive. No retest of the level. Let's see if we have a retest here. Okay, no. If we close as it was, but no, because too strong bullish. Let's see if we have the candle set up. Nope. This is possibly a candle setup, but I don't like the price action here. But let's see how it goes. It's good that we are very, very close to the PPL. So if you have a candle that closes above, we're out. Okay. So 30 pips is around here. Okay. As you can see, it goes to 30 pips for sure. Let's see if it goes to the full TP as well. Do we have a further re-entries? Not yet. Okay, so this one actually goes to 30 pips because 40, 40, 41. So it goes to 30 pips and then gets stopped out at break even. This one was a full win. And let's see. Okay. Nice little pin bar. Let's see if we short over there. Is reacting here. So if we close above, of course, I will get out. Okay, did we get to 30 pips? So we are now out at break even after taking partials at 30 pips. Nice pin bar. Counter trend, but in trend of the general trend. So the pin bar is counter trend. No, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Okay, do we have further confirmation of? I mean, now we can draw a trend line of this bullish price action, but these candles are very small. Not really liking it, so I will wait for a better retest. Nope. Bullish, no. Now with like a lower wick and then a nice close. Oh, even like this, yeah, lower wick and nice close. I think we are too high from the PPL, so yeah, it's a very high risk. I mean, we got 3 wins. This is sort of a gamble. Counter trend, very high from the PPL. I'm not even sure if I should enter. Yeah, I'm not liking it that much. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, as you can see, we got not stopped out. Ooh, by just a few. Oof, goes to TP. Very, very nice trade. In insight, if you see, this one was a nice entry with the lower wick and then closing bullish as a candle pattern, but this was a win. Again, was still a win. Let's see the price from now on, what it does. Very, very aggressive bullish correction. Here we are closing below. This one is one of the situations where you can place a sell stop right below. Here you say, okay, you see this, you don't enter here. Maybe you enter, no, this is not even, it's not a pin bar like this one. You don't enter here because you are at a PPL. Price can easily bounce up, but as a part of aggressive trading, scalping, you can see the momentum and put the sell limit, sell stop below the previous candle bodies. The stop loss would be fine, would be good, in a good range. Gets activated. Let's see, if we close this here, we close. Okay, so this one was actually a close at like a few pips of loss, 6 pips loss. But if we now see the retest, so the same candle setup right below, I will re-enter. Not really candle setup. If this one made a nicer top wick, then would have been fine. But it is what it is. Let's see if it gives us another opportunity. No. These are too strongly away from it. Let's not. I mean, where do we enter? Where do you enter? I mean, this one, of course, you can say that if you kept the stop loss at 15 pips, this one would have been a win. But as a my trade plan, I prefer to keep it instead of taking the full loss. I prefer to take a smaller loss, 6-7 pips, and have another re-entry. As you can see, price gave us other opportunities, but it was really weird setup. So no entries. This candle, I don't know. I don't know what it says. So let's see if it gives us another opportunity below. This one, no, the previous one is a much nicer. As you can see, we are still close to the PPL, so that it can gives us a nice stop loss range, and it is the kind of setup that I wanted here. Okay, let's see. We have a strong reaction. I think we didn't get to 30 pips. Yeah, we are just 20. So let's see. We see another reaction at the PPL. We can either usually can go out and break even or take a partial loss, like at 10 pips. We put the stop loss at 10 pips, and that's it. As you can see, better to get 10 pips rather than full 15. And let's see if we have further entries here. Exactly, this candle is the same candle setup in the same bias. Let's see. Okay, and goes to basically to TP. Okay, if this one closed like this. So now this one, well, how much did it go to? Like 43 pips. So okay, didn't trigger, but yeah, this is still a win because we're now at break even. This is a possible re-entry. Same setup. This is now. So let's see now in real time what happens here. I didn't know that. Okay, just give me a second. Okay, so while now if this candle closes above, we're going to get out for like 10 pips, and we're going to see for the gold. For the morning, I had these PSAs under my radars, and we were around here. So we were in this middle of the range, looking for exactly reaction 1795, 96, or then as you can see 1789, which function as a bounce area. I know that price is going to get around here, even below, but I don't know on the 1 minute how it will play out. So we're going to see. So as you can see, not the cleanest price action. I mean, yes, it went above, yes, it got a rejection, yes, it tapped here, but I mean, probably the only possible area was around here for buys at the double bottom of this level. So I want to still have them charted to see if now it is going to give you a nice reaction as well. This is from yesterday, yes. Okay, so 1795, 1796. Yeah, this one we get out here at -6 / 7 pips. Okay, but I mean, considering all those trades that I showed you from today, it is like, so is this one that I've done right now? I think yes, right. Is the first impulsive. Okay, so from this one we had a net gain, yeah, 123 pips, which is very good. Okay, and as you can see, that's why I got out here, but like I got out early here, and you have seen that price then went below, but as you can see, we had multiple other opportunities to enter, and it's better to have like a 6-7 pips loss instead of a full 15. But let's go on gold. It's kind of weird on the 1 minute. Gold sometimes is much less clear than Bitcoin, but as you can see here, price is bouncing. It's not really in a range, in a trend. Yes, possibly we had some entries over here. As you can see, much better. And this candle is what it shows me. It's really clear to me. Below the key level, yeah, as you can see, you have the key level and you have a break below, so possible entry at this candle close. 10 pips, price is never closing above. I think this one is the one that I got today in my back testing. Price never closing above the key level and goes slowly to 30 pips, which is not ideal. It's not the usual gold, but as you can see, New York much more volume, but still very strong, very ranging, aggressive. Lower wick being created. I mean, do you enter here? You don't know where the price is going. I mean, you can enter here, but yeah, it's sort of a guessing game. In my opinion, you are not in a trend. Now you're starting to see price making higher lows, but we are reacting at 1796. So where do you enter long that you see a clean break and retest? So far I don't see any entry. nice tap of the trend line that I just drew. So the only way to enter is, okay, tap the trend line, I enter here. Oh, let's see, very strong pin bar. This can also be a signal of reversal. As you can see, look that we are creating in the last few minutes very a sort of slope with this pin bar, but I'm going to see if price breaks and retest the key level. Okay, closes this way. Okay, 10 pips. So what is this level? Okay, so that one was okay. I don't. Let's go on the same, please. Okay. No, let's wait for a retest. Okay. Okay, it was much better. Okay, so very strong bullish. Oof. Okay, so now this is in continuation. So as you can see, my mind was stuck on wanting the reversal, so I didn't see this candle, how strong it was at this previous PSA. Look at the left hand side, double bottom at the top of the range, top of the order block, huge candle showing the strength of the bullish bias. As you can see, I tricked myself into looking for sells, while this one would have been a much nicer entry, of course in inside, very very fast. But let's go back. If we were here, it's a double bottom at the PSA, very high risk, I would say. Let's see, above the key level. Okay, some further reaction in these previous highs. If this one closed like this, then or here I would be a much nicer entry. Da, da, da. Possibly this one. Of course, I know what is going to happen, but look, now you don't have to enter the first tap. You have this continuation, this double bottom. You have a clean break and retest of this PSA. Even it's not clean, it's not breaking these previous candle bodies. It is showing some sort of momentum jumping in, and of course now it goes in 1 minute to take profit. But look at the setup. That's what I wanted to look at. And let's see, after that we are 1803. Okay, going above, no real candle entries for me. I mean, where do we enter? This one was way too high. This, unless this is 10 pips. No, you see it's very short, very long range. This one I don't think is a nice entry. We are just above the key level, and you would be stopped out anyway. 10 pips during New York is not good. Usually it's better to use like 15. So first reaction, let's see if we have a reversal. Okay, so we have a strong momentum on the downside. Let's see the reaction at this level. Okay, very strong bearish. And now we are already 30 pips up from the key level. So no entry. 1800. Let's see if we find some further confirmation. This one. This one would have been a nice entry possible. Yeah, this one for sure. This, if we do it the way that we want to do it, which is 45, 15. Yes, and this is the break and retest setup. And after that, it was just melting. Okay, not a clean retest. Let's see if we have a sort of same candle that it closes. Let's see. I would like to have it 15 pips around here, around this level. Oof. Might be very risky, but let's see. Sorry. Let's see. We are rejecting. I don't think we went to 30 pips, right? Yeah, 26. So let's see if we get stopped out. Yeah, we close at this level for like 10 pips. So this is a minus 10 pips. Even if we are just now at the key level. I think it's going to, even a small wick is going to stop me out. Okay, but it doesn't make a wick, so we go to TP. Okay, that's very nice. This was a very close call, because as you can see, the close is at 95.08, so it's not even 1 pip above. So I think there's some room for keeping it open, and we get another win. This is very helpful to me because, okay, yeah, oh gosh, I missed the whole move. But then you have these nice retests of the level, which are very good. And this was the candle exactly that I was talking about right before. 50 pips, no, it's way too high. Okay. And this is like 60 pips candle. Okay. I mean, well, no entry so far. This one is not closing as I wanted. Not even this one. Possibly this one. Of course. 45. 500. Okay. Now is closing well to above. So it's like 8 pips loss. Okay, let's see if we have another re-entry. Below here. And is yeah, I don't have this. Let me save it. Gold 15 pips. Okay. Stopped out in one candle. Very good. So we got 10 and 8 and 15 pips. Okay, you can see we got to the level. It was just that 15 pips was not enough. Even like 16 pips would have been enough. But it is what it is. 15 pips. And yes, it is what it is. This is a nice pin bar for a reversal. Let's see if it would have worked out. Gold long. Let me save also this one. Gold 15 pips. Yeah, it was not to counter trend. You get out at this candle close, like 5 pips. This on the pin bar either works out immediately, or even you can even go to break even, or like risk like 10 pips. So no need to take it. 1772. We're looking about this one. Did we have enough range? We got to 30 pips exactly, but at the candle close is like here, so we don't get 30 pips. We can retest. I'm still very bearish, so I'm looking for bearish entries. This one was a nice candle entry that I was looking at. 30 pips. Yes, this one was a nice entry. Oof. And I would have got out here. If I enter, I would have got out for 10 pips. And possibly re-entering here, but I mean, it's just a guessing game so far, so no sense at all. We get 1, 2, 3, these 3 losses. And let's see if we have much clear price action. Break and retest. Now this is interesting candle setup. Okay, retraces all the way back. It's either 15 pips. It's better to have it at 15 pips at this point. I mean, or either, yeah, we get out 10 pips. And price is just ranging so far. So let me just, okay, this one is 10, 10, 15, and 10, and 8. But we got 1 and 2 wins, 245 pips wins. So 90 pips, yeah, it's still very profitable because we got 90 pips, and these are not just like 15, 25, 35, 40 something pips. So of course this is just testing out. In real life, if you have already this one, you're out of the charts, but it is what it is. Okay guys, so this one was also gold. Yes, as you can see, price already went to range. strong bearish move after reaching this almost this PSA. Very strong move. 300 something pips. Okay guys, see you tomorrow.